What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today when I talk to you about hologram, I want to go over some of the current data points, break it down on what's really been happening with it and why right now is a do or die moment for hologram. So I want to go over all the things that you need to know, but first make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So hologram did close at 760 on Friday, down 2.06%. Over the last 5 days, down 8.98, which is rather odd because last week, especially Thursday and Friday, you did have a lot of Chinese stocks gaining some good momentum, because this weekend we do have the States and China starting their negotiations. So there was a certain level of optimism coming from, like I said, Chinese stocks, but it seems to be that people might be tired of Chinese speculative plays, because you did even see MicroAlgo go down, and over the last 5 days for them, they are down 44.29%. So at the end of the day, this hype play really did go down, and maybe that as well could be one attributing cause why hologram has been down as well, because hologram does usually piggyback off of MicroAlgo. But at the end of the day though, hologram has not been putting out any news, and this has been one of the biggest red flags that I've been open about is this. So they do these PR blitzes, which largely in my opinion are false, because they didn't actually buy any Bitcoin. They just gave the allure that they could and might do that in the foreseeable future, switching to quantum. Now quantum's not really favorable, it's not really popular, so nobody's really no news, right? This is all hologram did, was just hype PRs. So they did this to avoid a reverse stock split, or at least kick it down the road as best as they can, and they failed. So this is why they stopped all the PRs. At the same time, you have a lot of individuals on Reddit, again, that I feel, again, no proof of this, but I feel like they are paid, because the level of incompetence and the pumping of these individuals are just next level. Some of them have been, I've kind of looked, are accountants from the UK. So they are not, or at least shouldn't be, dumb individuals, but they look at hologram's financials and say, hey, this is a good buy right now. So it's absolutely insane. But this one kind of takes a cake, because late pair 3963 does say, I do believe it is poised to have a run up. Keep in mind that this individual has stated that in the past and it has not, but I don't think that the spike will last long, but it's likely to happen. Some institutional investors have started buying blocks again. Just a side note, that is not accurate whatsoever. But if the company starts putting out positive PR, it's a sign that the insiders are ready to pump the stock. And don't bother telling me their PR statements are BS. It doesn't matter if they're true or not. It's a signal they are ready to pump the stock. So this is why I do feel that there is individuals trying to lure in more retail investors, because hologram's plan and what they're doing only works if new blood continuously comes in. And so, like I've brought up in the past, technically you have Mullen Automotive. They are down 100%. I'm pretty sure that's near impossible. So it's 99.99999% in the red, and they are nearing their 7th reverse stock split. So I believe it was just approved. It is going to be done. This happens, this escalation, because of the lack of new blood getting in. That is going to happen to hologram. And these individuals, or more specifically this, why I feel that they're paid is because of this. They do not care if the PRs are fraud. If the company is committing fraud, they could not care less, as long as it pumps the stock price, because they even say it doesn't matter if they are true or not. So this, like I said, this individual and a couple others I've called out in the past is just outright sickening. So at the end of the day, when it comes down to hologram, very all around, in and out, bad of a company. They did have a lot of good opportunity to really turn things around. They had a good amount of cash and cash equivalents, but more of these notes are coming down the pipeline, and at the end of the day, like they need to do probably in the next quarter 3 or 4 more of these, because all these notes are 365-day term notes that need to be paid, and they did a lot during that time during 2024. So we can kind of see June 20th, 2024, again, they will need to be paying that back. So the interest is paid through the conversion of stock. Principal is paid back in cash. That's why their cash and cash equivalents will be going down as they pay these notes back. And so you have one July the 10th, June the 20th, June the 7th. Oh, sorry, that one's a F3. May the 22nd, so that's going to be coming up fairly soon. May the 9th just passed, so that will be most likely paid fairly soon as well. And then you just had April the 23rd. All of those are damaging. And obviously, some people still are out there saying that I'm wrong. I find it very comical, but April the 23rd, 2024, I don't think that there's any coincidence, April 23rd, 2024, and they just did another prospectus, April 3rd, 2025, because they need to pay the notes back. So again, for any individuals out there saying that I'm wrong, and I get it, I might sound cocky as some people have stated, but it is very frustrating. Since the beginning of time, I've been saying that this company, even like back here, 2024, 2025, even when it was at these levels, I said anyone getting in, you're going to lose about 90% of your equity. Even right now, if you get in right now thinking for the long term, you're going to lose 90% of your equity, if not more. So it's honestly a lot of people and a lot of pumpers just are out there trying to artificially manipulate the stock price, get new blood in there when it's greed. A lot of individuals like this, patiently waiting, independent COD, is buying or whatever because they're, greed. They think it's going to spike and then it'll get rich overnight. But it is just in and out, not a good company. So this is why, like I said, I maybe might come across as a little bit, I've been called arrogant, cocky, whatever, but I am right 100% with this stock, in and out. So in my opinion, I think this company has a very slim chance of turning things around. And the first action that they must stop doing is issuing these notes. I think after all said and done, they might settle roughly around that 5 million. That's how much they'll have from cash and cash equivalents after paying back all those notes. So even if they stop all of the notes and the new notes and they pay back all the pre-existing ones, that still, in theory, will put them at roughly 5 million in cash equivalents. Market cap right now is 33.64, so it should really, even from these levels, bring it down to that $1.50 to $2 range at very best. So, like I said, I think just it is a very bad scenario, and if they don't change anything, then most likely they'll pick up those PR blitzes around that $3 range just to, again, avoid a reverse stock split. But yeah, it is not a good scenario. So this is my weekly hologram video. So for those of you that are kind of new, I just do weekly updates on what is influencing it and kind of calling out a lot of the crazy BS that is out there. So let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. If you are looking for some good buys though, pop over to my Patreon and get buy signals on stocks, options, crypto, many of which have been absolutely on point. So definitely worthwhile to pop over there and take a look. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.